Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. Good morning. Hope you're having a great Wednesday. I'm so glad you're here to join me today. I'll wait just a second for people to hop on. If you are watching the replay, thank you so much. Whether you are on YouTube or Facebook, please say hello. I'm glad to have you here with me this morning. Happy Wednesday. We're going to make a fun project today. Welcome. Trying to find the video on my tablet right quick. Good morning, Donna. Glad you're here. Thanks for watching. Okay, well, it doesn't look like that's going to work, but we'll just go ahead and get started. So glad you're here this morning with me. I think what we're going to do first is we're going to start with our prize patrol. We're going to mix it up just a little bit. So I have the prize that we are giving from last week, and all you had to do to be entered for a chance to win was leave a comment, like the video, or share it. So I appreciate everyone that did that for me. That really does help Facebook know that you like my content and that others should see it. So thank you for doing that. And our winner is Jan Santos. So congratulations, Jan. We will get this stamp set out to you. And then for this week, I have a fun giveaway. I went through my basket with prizes and I found some of the Playful Pet trinkets that I had left over. These just recently retired, and you'll see why I chose that to be the giveaway today in just a little bit when you see our project. So all you have to do is leave a comment, share the video with friends or family that may enjoy it, or give me some hearts or a thumbs up, and that's all you have to do to be entered. I don't have any happy mail this week, so we're just going to get straight into our project. So this is a flip card. Isn't that fun? And I'll show you where that super cute little pup comes from, but this is our flip card that we're making today. And it is super easy. You're going to love this. So there we go. All right, let me get the stamp set and show you that. This is called Bunches of Fun. It's from our new annual catalog, and it's probably one of the stamp sets that spoke to me when I first went through the catalog. I thought it was super, super cute. This girl looks like she's got a little bit of sass, and that pup is just darling. So I am not usually one to color, but I've decided that I want to use my Stampin' blends that I have and create with this stamp set. So you're going to be seeing some other projects with this stamp set. Now today we didn't even have to color that little pup. We could just stamp him. And I also use the layering circles dies. These are a fantastic staple to have in your craft room. There's just so many options with these layering circle dies, and I'll show you how I created the flip using those dies. So let's go ahead and get started with our project. When you get ready to cut, and it really is just a simple cut that makes this work, when you get ready to cut, you need to have your designer series paper already on your cardstock. So let's go ahead and work on that. Grab my bone folder here, and I just have a piece of basic black cardstock. It is 8.5 by 5.5. It is scored at 4 1/4 and 2 1/8. So that's how you make that fold. Now we have made cards in classes, and I believe also on Facebook Live before with this fold. It's one of my favorite folds to use. It's just really versatile. because you can orient the card like this. You can turn it this way. You can even bring it this way. But today we're going to make, I think, a super fun card. Okay, now this is some of the Pattern Party Designer Series paper. I've shown you this before. This is that awesome paper that you can get when you host a party or even just your own order. Oop, that was a lot of glue, wasn't it? And when you place an order of $150, you could redeem your host rewards to get this and just pay $3 for the package of paper. There's 48 sheets of paper, Designer Series paper, in that package. So it's an awesome deal, and the paper is really, really cute. Now that piece of Designer Series paper I just put down, it is 5 1/4 by 4. And then these two strips are the same. They're 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. Okay, get that lined up there. And same thing with this one. Put a little bit of glue. And I've already messed up, you guys. I should not have done that. I think we're still going to be okay, though. I should not have put glue on this side of the Designer Series paper because that actually gets cut away. We'll see. It may still work out. Well, it's going to because I have another one prepared, but I should still be able to use this one and make it work. So now we have our Designer Series paper on. Let me just say again, if you decide to recreate this card, I should have only put adhesive down these 3 sides and left this open because we do want to cut away that Designer Series paper. It's not a big deal though if you do what I do and mess that up. I've done that a couple times now. Now I'm going to bring in the cutting pads, which these are very well loved cutting pads from my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, to show you how to do this. I do have a new set ordered and they should be here, of course, today after the video. But I've got my plate and then this shim, my cutting pad, which as you can tell, we do a lot of die cutting. Then I would actually go ahead and lay this piece that we have our paper on, and I would center my scallop circle die as well as I can. So this works really well too if you have a die that maybe has points. You could do this with a lot of different dies if you have some different dies in your stash. So then the key to this is bringing the second cutting pad just to the score line. So when you run it through your die cut machine, and I'm doing it wrong, aren't I? Let me tell you the right way. I would have been cutting the wrong part off, I believe. No, that was right. No, I'm not. Let's move it down just a little bit. We're not actually going to run it through the die cut machine, but we want to put this here just at the score line. So when we run it through our die cut machine, it's only going to cut away this part of the Designer Series paper in cardstock. I hope that that makes sense. I'm sorry that I messed that up. So you're only going to be cutting away this part. So when you put this through your die cut machine, it is okay that these pads are not completely lined up. But when you put it through and you crank it through, there's going to be a pop as that falls off of the cutting pad, and it's okay. You're okay. So let me show you now. I went ahead and prepared one. This is what it looks like. See how that cuts away? So the Designer Series paper, had I not adhered it down, would have cut away as well, and then this cut. So that is how we create that flip. So now I want to lay this down, and we can come in and do some stamping. I've got some Momentous Tuxedo black ink, and this may be just a scrap piece of cardstock, I think it is. And then I've got some stamps. First, we're going to use the super cute little dog. I just love him. And you want to leave plenty of room since we're going to need to be die cutting the circles in between your stems. So this is a get well card, and then it says on the brighter side, at least you don't need a cone. That made me laugh. So both of those will be die cut with our scallop circles. And then we need our get well soon. And I actually have a friend in the hospital right now, so this will make a perfect card for her. Get that out of the way because I went ahead and die cut ahead of time the pieces that I need. So I've got my sentiment and I'm going to mat it. And then I've got my cute little dog, and on the brighter side, at least you don't need a cone. So we're just going to pop him in here and line him up on that scallop circle. So we need a little bit of liquid glue. So see how simple this is? And I love it because it's going to give a wow to the recipient, but we know that it's really not a hard card to make. I'm just going to make sure I get that lined up. Give that just a second to adhere. Then we're going to flip that over and add our other circle. It's so cute. And again, just lining that up with that piece that cut out. And it really works very well. It's pretty simple. Okay, I do have a piece also that I cut for the inside. Now when I bring my sample back in, you can see there's not a lot of room to write your message. You could also turn this over and put a basic white panel on the back to write your message there. Totally up to you. If you maybe wanted to do a little bit more decorating in this section and write on the back, that would certainly work. So this piece is 5 1/4 by about 1 3/4. And I just want to make sure I don't want that showing. Let me see if this other piece that I cut is a little bit smaller. It is. I don't think I cut that piece down enough. So we'll go ahead and adhere this inside panel. And I did leave just a tiny spot of designer series paper there at that edge. I just want to make sure that when I close it, that does not show. And we are almost done with this super cute little card. We are going to actually use some Stampin' Dimensionals to adhere our little sentiment. May only just need one. Yeah, I think that's going to work. To adhere our sentiment to this little real red scalloped circle. And then we can pop that up on the front of the card. Now, there's a couple different places that you can put it. Of course, you could put it over here, down here, up here. Just kind of depends on how you did your die cutting. Might go ahead and pop this one down here. Let's feel better soon. So we're almost done, you guys. We've got one more little touch to put on. And I'm going to bring this close so hopefully you can see the stitching in this little heart. Now this comes from a brand new die set called Give It a Whirl. It makes little, oh gosh, I don't even know what card that's called, but it's almost like a viewfinder card. And I ordered the dies, but you need brads to make the cards. It's one of those like you spin the wheel, so cute. So you'll be seeing that soon, but it's called Give It a Whirl, and it's in our new annual catalog. Okay, there we go. Our project is complete. How fun is that? Hope you enjoyed our project today and our video. Sorry that I made a couple of mistakes, but as you can see, everything still works out. So there's really not any mistakes in crafting, is there? Y'all have a great day. I hope to see you again next Wednesday at 10 a.m. as we connect and craft for a little bit. I appreciate you so much. Hope y'all have a great week.